What is up, everyone? Welcome back to week 2 of the Dawn Draft League, hosted by SierraDawn. As before, I will have her Twitch and her YouTube linked in the description. Make sure you check her out. Good content creator. Her and Emils have put this league together, so big thank you to them. For those who don't know me, I am Bwenty. I'm the coach of the Great British Bagon. And this week I am up against the New York Mankeys, piloted by Gamer 2020. So, if you have a look on the screen now, you can see what the draft matchup looks like for this week. My draft, same as last week, I've done no trades. My opponent coming in with Amoongus, Tapikoko, Grimmsnarl, Regieleki, Corviknight, Arcanine, Snorlax, Malamar, Gallade, Dusknoir, and Eldegoss. So, the big threats on this team, Amoongus is a big one. Electric Spam could be kind of scary. Grimmsnarl's annoying, but I'm not too worried about it. I have ways around that. Corviknight and Arcanine, kind of a problem. I honestly wouldn't be surprised to see my opponent just bring the top 6 here. Because I don't think Snorlax or Malamar or anything are particularly good into my team, honestly. So, the first thing I look at when I'm looking at this team is, do they have a way of stopping Pot Cold? Like, what's the scariest thing into that lead? And weirdly, I think the answer is actually Amoongus. I feel like my opponent may bring Ockerberry Amoongus here as a means of getting around Colossal. And with enough bulk and an Ockerberry, there is no way that Colossal can one-shot an Amoongus with Max Flare, even a +2, which just isn't a free spore. So my thinking is I'm not actually gonna run Pulp Cold game 1, despite the fact that it does on paper look very strong. Because, like, if there's no Ockerberry, Pulp destroys Amoongus, not Pulp, sorry, Cold destroys Amoongus, one-shots Coco, one-shots Aleki, one-shots Corviknight, one-shots Arcanine, probably one-shots Malamar. Malamar sucks. I don't think one-shots Gallade, but like after a boost, it one-shots most of the team. But I think I need to scout for info first. So the team I'm bringing this week, flip over, is this. So we've got Goggles Pulp, which is kind of a countermeasure to Amoongus mostly. Darts, Light Screen, Will of Surf. That just means that if they lead Amoongus next to like a physical attacker, which they could do, I could imagine like Corviknight potentially being a problem. So again, if we go back to their draft here, like, good to burn Corviknight, good to burn Grimmsnarl, Snorlax in particular, Malamar. Like, most of their big threats are physical, but they're special, or at least their two biggest offensive threats are special, but they've got a lot of physical mons in the lower end of the team. And so being able to burn them, even if they come out next to an Amoongus, is super useful. It also gives me Light Screen, obviously, against the special attackers, so like Electric Spam. Pulp comes in and does decently against that, because I can tap Light Screen. And then Darts for some stab. Surf, obviously, to set off Coal. Coal's pretty standard. Gone for Earthbow this week because of the double Electric. Like, there's nothing that Max Overgrowth really hits on this team if you have a look. Like, yeah, it doesn't hit anything super effectively. There's just no point bringing it. And so I have Quake to one-shot the Electric Mons, as well as get special defense boosts, which is pretty useful against the team. So like I said, the two biggest threats are special, as well as Amoongus, which could potentially run special moves, although I'm not that scared. But I have Urshifu, again, standard set, Focus Sash, double stab Aquajet, sets of Coal. Key things here, can punch Snorlax very hard, outspeeds Arcanine, and destroys it. It can get through defense boost on Corviknight because of auto crits. Sash lets me live a hit from Electric Spam, but I don't plan on staying in against Electric Spam with this thing. I don't know if I'm going to bring Urshifu this week, as in bring it as part of my 4. Bula's an interesting one this week. This is kind of what I meant when I said that I'm not too bothered about Grimmsnarl, because I don't think they'll be running Taunt. I'd be more, like, I'd more expect to see something like, I don't know, Spirit Break, double screens, and, like, T-Wave. Because, like, if you look, kind of my main strategy here is going to be, like, Pulp Coal or whatever. So, this can just kind of sit in front of screens and set up. Like, between Grassy Surge, between Grassy Terrain Lefties and Horn Leech, like, I've got a bunch of recovery on this thing. So the plan is ideally, like, I could potentially bring it out next to Colossal, get a couple of special defense boosts on it. I could bring it to Raikou and, like, Snarl stuff. Raikou also deals with Corviknight, which is kind of the biggest threat to it. And then, so bulk up, obviously to set up, protect's pretty standard. And then Zen Headbutts hit Amoongus, because Amoongus is a big threat to this team. You'll see I've got a lot of anti-Amoonguss tech on this. Next we have Raikou. Raikou is a pretty solid answer to the electric spam. Like with Assault Vest, Koko and Regieleki aren't really doing that much to it. Gets you Corviknight, which is really useful. Gives me pivoting ability. Extra sensory to Amoonguss. Yeah, just kind of general snarl utility. Can bounce off there. Can outspeed and like Oko Corviknight or just Volt Switch off Arcanine or whatever. And then lastly we have Slowking. Slowking's an interesting one this week. Because I think I'm actually going to plan on leading Slowking game 1. And the reason for that is so that I can scout for an Ockerberry on Amoonguss. So the plan is turn 1, go Flamethrower into Amoonguss, which will show me if there's an Ockerberry. And the secondary effect there is that Psychic by itself won't KO Amoonguss, whereas Psychic plus Flamethrower will, even with the Ockerberry. Because I ran Slowking last week, like there are open team sheets. Well, not open team sheets, but like the Pokemon and the sets and stuff you've used in previous weeks are available to everyone else. Just so people who are like making videos or whatever aren't at a disadvantage. So my opponent, if they've looked over that, will know that last week I ran Sludge Bomb, Flamethrower, Trick Room, Protect, and no Psychic. So what they might do is they might keep their Amoonguss in, or not Protect, or whatever, anticipating another Flamethrower, which they would live if they have an Ockerberry. So they'd live the first Flamethrower with Ockerberry plus another Flamethrower, if that makes sense. But I could just smack them with Psychic instead and get rid of the Amoonguss straight away. Which gets rid of a big threat to like Tapu Bulu, for example. So yeah, that's kind of the plan for Slowking. Slowking's also got decent coverage against the rest of the team. Like Psychic hits this. Koko and Alecki can't do that much because Slowking's got pretty good special bulk, and it can like max and change terrain if I need to. I've got Flamethrower to cover Corviknight. Arcanine can Snarl it, which isn't great. I don't plan on maxing Slowking, but it's an option. Yeah, so I think the game plan is going to be Slowking and I'd say probably either Raikou or Pult as a lead. And then failing, like if Amoonguss doesn't have Ockerberry, I think game 2 I go Pult Cole, with probably like Urshifu Bulu or something. So I think that the team's relatively solid. I'm kind of content with how it's looking. I'm less confident in this matchup than I was in last week's matchup, just because there's an extra level of volatility, I think, with Amoonguss, like getting spores off and stuff. Could potentially be dangerous. Grimmstomp can get screens up, which could be annoying. And I've not brought any Fake Out or Taunt this week. I did consider putting Taunt on Urshifu, but I figured I'd need close combat if they brought Snorlax. I considered putting it on Bulu, but I think I needed all of my moves on Bulu as well. I considered running it over Protect, but Bulu doesn't want to stand against Amoonguss regardless. Or rather, Bulu doesn't care about Amoonguss's non-attacking moves. Like Sludge Bomb's the only thing that's scary to it. I could have brought Mamoswine this week, and I was very tempted to, because it like destroys Electric Stab, destroys Amoonguss. But the problem is, if I brought Mamoswine, my team just got a bit too weak to Corviknight, I think. And like Focus Sash Amoonguss could potentially do some damage to Mamoswine. So I opted against that. It also doesn't help against the kind of the lower end of the team. Like Arcanine can outspeed it and Will-O-Wisp it, so the matchup there is still not fantastic. Corviknight can just wall it. Admittedly not completely, but like after a bulk up or defense boost or whatever, Corviknight becomes a problem for it. Can't do a huge amount to Snorlax. Like Superpower Malamar doesn't really do much. It doesn't do that well into. Gallade it probably loses to. Dusknoir I guess it loses to if it's got like Will-O-Wisp. The other thing I'm slightly wary of is like Trick Room, Will-O-Wisp, Dusknoir, which is why I've got like Slowking here, just because I don't care about Will-O-Wisp on that thing. Honestly, kind of same with Cole. I can bring Cole against Trick Room if needs be. So yeah, that's the rundown of the team. Now we are just waiting for my opponent. I don't think there's anything else that needs saying. I've covered all the items. Yeah, but sorry, the Lumberry on Slowking is again because it's being used as my Amoonguss matchup, or at least to scout against Amoonguss. So Lumberry means that it can't get spored. I think I'd rather the Lum on Slowking than I'd rather the Goggles on Pult than Slowking, because Slowking wants to hit into Amoonguss and so doesn't care about ignoring redirection, whereas Pult will often want to like burn whatever's next to Amoonguss. Right. So we're just waiting on my opponent to give me a code at some point. Right. Let's hop over to here. Let's do this. There you go. I'm now prepped and ready to go. Oh, where's my game sound? Oh, my game sound is on, there's just no audio here. Okay, that's very boring. I'll turn my non-game sound back on until we find the battle. Right. We've got a code. 20... Oh, 20, I can just... no, I can't go up. That's annoying. 20... 20... There you go. Oh god, my room is so cold. Why is my room so cold? No, it's because it's winter in Britain, but I just wish it weren't. Okay. Now we just wait to connect. Why is this not connecting? Wacom is so bad. Oh, I'll tell you what, it's not connecting. It's because I did a link trade rather than fucking link battle. I'm so stupid. It's like the second time I've done this. 20. This isn't the last time I was in a draft league as well. Okay, let's do this. Yep, and doubles. Okay, why is this still not working? There you go. Right, we're in, boys. Oh, back is so stiff. I'm an old man. It's distressing. Okay, now we'll switch over to the game audio. There you go. One sec. DDL squad. Here you go. He hits me with the good luck, have fun. Okay, Alonzi. What's the team? Ooh, interesting. No electric moves. Okay, so I'm seeing a Snorlax setup strat here. Like Belly Drum Lax next to a Moongus. And I think that's the thing I want to clear out most. I kind of like a Dragapult lead here. I'm not hugely into Cold, because like I said, I want to scout for the... I want to scout for like an Ockerberry on a Moongus. I'm going to Slowking. And I think I want Ursh Bulu in the back here. Do I need Raikou for anything? Like, AV Raikou doesn't really... this does leave me super weak to Corviknight. Maybe I don't really Ursh. Or maybe I don't bring Bulu. Actually, what do I need Bulu for? Nothing. What do I do? No, go Ursh Raikou, I think. Yeah, Bulu sucks against Core, sucks against Arc. Not great against a Moongus. Could potentially set up on Duskmar, but like, not that well. The one thing is it's quite physically bulky, so it could be good into Snorlax. Whereas Raikou isn't, but I need something to deal with Corv. I think Urshu just has a slightly better matchup here. Yeah, I'm not going to bring Cold game one. The other thing I could do is just not bring Slowking, but I think Slowking's a nice anti-TR strat. Yeah, I think I'm okay with this. Let's see how this goes. Weirdly, no electric spam is kind of worst case for me. So there's nothing that's faster than Pult now, which is great. Like, the top end of my team just is uncontested with speed. But the downside to that is now... I think Corv Arc. Interesting. You'd best believe I'm burning this Corv Knight. Right. Corv. Arcanine. And what Dust Noir was there. Wait, why would they lead this into Pult Coal? That's an insane lead into Dragapult Colossal. I'm just going to wisp the thing. What are they going to do here? Because I don't want to lose my Sash on Ursh. I could go into Raikou, potentially. No, I think I want to save Raikou. I'm just going to go for Sludge Bomb on the Arcanine. Try and get some damage on it. Potentially a poison would be nice. Okay. I think what Corv game on. Oh my god, this Dragapult is useless. I can't hit the moves. Okay, the Scorching Sand's my Slowking. Not really that much. Fine. Ugh, they burn me. Okay, so I missed my Will-O-Wisp and they burn me. Great. I've got Lum, which I reveal too early. It's Life Orb Arcanine. Interesting. Age Ironhead. Okay. What a weird poison? Ooh, poison would have been tasty. I still think I want to burn the Corv here. I'm just going to protect Slowking, I think. Yeah, I don't think there's any point in not protecting Slowking here. So we've seen... Scorching. We've seen Ironhead. This is probably Lumberry, I'd guess. If they're staying in on this, but... Yeah, that's Lum. Okay. And they go for a Snarl. Oh, why does my Pult always miss on turn 1? Useless Pokemon. Jesus. Okay, Arc's down to another thing, a Life Orb chip. Okay, they've got a bulk up. I think I definitely need to burn this, this Corv. I think they're going for a Snarl. Do I switch? Is it worth preserving Slowking here? Probably not. I'm just going to Will-O-Wisp the Corviknight, and if they Snarl, I get a free Flamethrower on it. It's not the end of the world. Just hit this, Pult. There we go. Okay, we've seen Ironhead, we've seen Bulk Up. Bulk Up. Wait for another Scorching Sands, that's fine, no Snarl. I'm dead. Arcanine goes down. I think I'm fine with this. Of course, goes for a break, but this shouldn't do too much. Yeah, fine. The question is, do I bring in Raikou or Urshifu? I think I bring in Raikou. Urshifu's kind of done what it needs to do. Oh, right, sorry, Urshifu, the thing that I wanted Urshifu to do is kind of done. I've got to burn Corv. Who am I maxing this game, though, is the question. They bring in Dust Noir. That's kind of annoying. Raikou comes in. Ah, they've Frisk on Dusk. Okay, they know my items. Frisk. Is it worth setting up a light screen here with Pult? Or do I just burn the Dust Noir as well? I think I kind of want to just burn the Dust Noir. I could max Raikou. Honestly, don't hate that. Let me think. What have they got in the back? Yeah, I don't think there's really much point max. There's probably Snorlax in the back. In fact, there's almost certainly Snorlax in the back. So how do I deal with that? Do I Volt Switch off the Corv? I think I like Volt Switch off Corv here, because they're not going to max Corv. This just covers the switch. Never mind, they're going to max Corv. Unless they're maxing Dust Noir, but then they don't get... No, okay, that's max Corv and a Heavy Wall. Yeah. Okay, that's fine. As long as I hit this Will-O-Wisp, I think I'm okay. Oh, they maxed Dust Noir. Oh, that's fine. That means they don't get tricked. Well, this doesn't mean I may lose my sash. Hit this pult. Thank you. And I Volt Switch. So that should be a dead Corviknight. Oh, it lived. Okay, that's not ideal. Good to know that it's bulky, though. I bring in Ursh. And there, Roost. Yeah, would have been better if that killed. I'm still not too scared of that Corviknight, honestly. Like, I can just crit through all its boosts. And then you can go for Phantasm into Pulse. Perfect. That is fine. Well, the question now is, who do I max? I think I want to max... I max Raikou here, don't I? Okay. Everything's burned. Does Surging Strikes kill Corviknight from here? I don't think I want to take the risk. Do we need to max this turn? Getting an Electric Terrain up against whatever's in the back could be potentially quite useful. I think this is probably my best bet, is just to max into the Corv. I don't need to do so to kill it, but I like having the terrain boost next turn. It just means that if they go into Raikou with Dust Noir here, then I'm in a slightly better position because I take less damage. Okay, we've seen a Ghost move. I feel like that Ghost move is likely... Like, Shadow Punch is the best ghost, like, physical Ghost move this thing has, unless they're running Special Dust Noir, which they probably aren't. This works out fine. This is a guaranteed KO on Core, because we know it doesn't have Protect. I guess Snorlax, but if you're maxing your what's it called, Dust Noir, then maybe not. I guess I shouldn't have been scared of Dust Noir's damage out here. I should have just got myself another turn of max. I guess the Electric Terrain's useful though. Surging Strikes. Oh, that's nothing. Holy crap. That does absolutely nothing. Flare. Oh, Sun. Interesting. That's nothing. We've got a Ghost move and a Fire move. They do set up Sun, which is... Are they lefties? I should have noted that down first time, really. Oh no, it's the first time we've seen lefties, isn't it? Lefties. Right. Oh, Amogus is their last. Okay, Electric Terrain's really nice here. With Electric Terrain, I kind of don't care about Amogus, honestly. I'm going to max Darkness into the Dust Noir here. This will do less damage, but it means that if Amogus does redirect it, then I'm just slightly better off. I could also just detect my Urshifu here, which I think is, like, I'm not doing any damage with Ursh. I think it's probably best to just detect. Yeah. Okay, I detect. I'm gonna guess Rage Powder here. Okay, decent max guard. What are they going to do with the Amogus, though? They have Energy Ball, okay. Energy Ball. Knowing they have Energy Ball means that Dust Noir is actually... not Dust Noir, Tapu Bulu is a really good back-end one here. Okay. I think I should do the same again here and just Darkness into Dust Noir. And, let's just double into the Dusk. like, my boy Raikou wins the... Yeah, they do Rage Powder this turn, but Raikou wins the 1v1 against Amoonguss here, for sure. Okay, get Max Darkness. Doesn't do that much, but it does mean that I think what's it called? An extra sensory should kill it here. They don't know I have extra sensory, which is really useful. Pain Split does not. That's kind of annoying. Oh, that doesn't do much. The other thing I wonder is, so Pain Split. The other thing I wonder is, do I need to reveal extra sensory this game? Electric Train is up. I'm not that scared of Amoonguss. I think Snarl might actually be better here. Because that way I don't reveal extra sensory, which I think is useful information. I think I win this regardless. Like, I think Raikou just wins this endgame. Okay, they don't go for the Rage Powder. Snarl does a good chunk to both, thanks to the Spadef drop. It's reasonable damage. That's in range of another Snarl, if they don't Pain Split this turn. Spore doesn't work in Electric Terrain. And they do Trick Room. Okay. How many turns left on Electric Terrain? I need to be careful of that. This is the last turn of Electric, isn't it? Yeah, okay. Given that this is the last turn of Electric, what do? They Pain Split with Dust Noir. They could feasibly protect Amoonguss. T-Bolt will do more into Dust Noir here. I think if I KO the Dust Noir here, I think I'm okay. And do I just CC the Amoonguss? Maybe Snarl's still just better here. Snarl, and yeah, I'm just going to CC Amoonguss. Amoonguss protects, okay. Yeah. I should have read that and gone for the double into Dust Noir. I guess Snarl's still doing a good chunk of damage here. Get a CC through protect. That's really good damage. Okay. Snarl doesn't have to chunk to Dust Noir, Jesus. Okay. Okay, so we know Dust Noir's moveset. See, protect on this thing. And Spore, okay. I mean, I think my play this turn is just Snarl and Close Combat Amoonguss. If it wants to put anything to sleep, it's dead. Because it can't put both to sleep, and like, there's no way Dust Noir kills me from here. I don't even think Dust Noir will take out Urshifu from this range. Gonna go for Energy Ball. I think I should still win here, though. As long as I don't miss my Snarl. I don't get them back with that much. Yeah. Okay, that's fine. Snarl double connects. Okay. Lefties. And burn. Okay, let me think. 110. Okay, T-Bolt's stronger here, so I'll just go for T-Bolt. Pain Split again, but I don't think that puts them out of T-Bolt range, given how much Snarl was doing. Yeah, they're at -1. Pretty sure they're dead to this. Okay, Raikou clutch, and we kept the extra sensory hidden, which is really nice. We didn't get to see item on a Moongus though, but we didn't see a heal berry, so I'd guess Ochre is probably the most likely contender there. Oops, not sure. Let's go again. Okay, so team. I mean, if they don't lead a Moongus here, am I not free to just go Pult Coal? I got Grim as well as the last. I'm trying to think, what might they do to try and counterplay the Slowking lead here? Because Slowking worked out pretty well there. And I haven't revealed Flamethrower yet. In fact, I've revealed nothing on my Pult, which is nice. I could try for the Pult Coal strat here. Pult Coal does feel kind of solid. My worry is that they lead like Snorlax and Moongus, and their Moongus has Ockerberry. But if they do that, I can just burn the Amoongus, can't I? Sorry, burn the Snorlax and switch into like Bulu. What do you think? Yeah, the thing with that is it immediately threatens. The three things that stop Bulu here are the top 3 mons. And they can't really lead those into me because I threaten them too much with Coal. So I think I bring Bulu Raikou as the back end here. Yeah, I like Raikou. Ursh didn't really do much there. I'm not a huge fan of Urshifu. I think I can bench Slowking for this one. Let's try this. Okay. They lax Grimmsnarl, okay. I switch Coal out here, I think. Because they're probably going to try and light screen, so I think I switch Coal out and start setting up Bulu. Lets me keep the Colossal threat for the back end. I think Pult just wants to burn everything on the field here. Yeah. I guess if I'd stuck with the previous lead, this probably would have been fine, actually. Bulu. Best case scenario, they just rip max turn 1. Perfect. Okay, that's really good for me. Because this feels like it's going to be like a max Quake into Coal. In which case Bulu should just absolutely chunk this. They're not G-Max either. Okay. That's no G-Max. Interesting. So Deflect. I'm okay with this. Please hit this Dragapult. Okay, he's improving. Dragapult's improving. That's a burn lax. And it is a max Quake, yep, perfect. That's exactly what I was after. Now I think I can set up Bulu for free. I'm just going to burn the Grimmsnarl and set up. I reveal my lefties, but that's fine. Actually, same again. Burn this thing. And bulk up. Is it worth bulking up here? Because they probably have one of Arcanine or Corviknight in the back. I can always set up a light screen though in that case. They get their light screen up, that's fine. I'm going to order this thing. Thank you. And I bulk up. Okay. Tapu Bulu is now giving off very threatening energy. This is not going to do that much. Oh, they're going to Pult. Okay, there's at least slightly more. They won't kill. Yeah, fine. I want to keep Pult alive for the coal option endgame, or just late game, for that matter. So the question is, who do I switch into? I think I switch into Raikou here. Gives me the option to Volt Switch next turn. I don't think I need to get greedy with Bulu here. I think just one bulk up is probably sufficient. That one killed Grimmsnarl through Reflect though, will it? Maybe I take this opportunity to set up whilst I have it. I could also set Light Screen here and just go for a further bulk up. No, like I said, I can't lose Pult is the issue. That's my only real setup. So I'm going to go into Raikou. That gives me Snarl, which is a similar thing. And then I'm just going to bulk up. If my opponent doesn't switch this turn, they're in a really bad spot. Okay, Pult goes out. In Raikou, Raikou will eat a burnt hailstorm, no problem. I bulk again. Okay, that's fine, I can voltage out of that. And Spirit Breaker, okay. Fine. Looking for Hailstorm. If this goes into Bulu, it's not doing any damage. Yeah, this can do nothing. Nice. Yeah, big damage, dude. Now Lax is small. Lax is kind of the... no, I need to get rid of Grimmsnarl just so I can... Do I? No, Grimmsnarl's not a threat here. I'm happy to leave Grimmsnarl on the field, honestly. Okay, Bulu gets a billion health back. Oh my god, we've got Terrain, Hail, and Burns. The end of the turn takes longer than the turn does. Okay. I think now I just Horn Leech the Snorlax and Volt Switch off the Grimmsnarl. I could go both off the Lax, I guess. What have we seen on Lax? We've seen Ice, and we've seen Ground. So that's going to be Horsepower and Ice Punch. That says to me it's probably not a Belly Drum set. Could be like a Salt Vest or something. Yeah, I'm just gonna double off the Snorlax. Does this kill? I mean, in Terrain, I feel like it might do. I guess the question is, who am I Volt Switching into here, actually? Maybe this wasn't the play. I can't afford to let Pult go down. Okay, Grimmsnarl switches out. That's really good. So I get a free Volt Switch into a Moongus. Fine. Yeah, I think that's Assault Vest. Pretty sure that's AV. AV? Question mark? I guess they could go for horse. I think I bring in Pult here, don't I? Actually, maybe I do bring in Coal. What do you think? So that just lets me set up Volcalith, and Coal threatens the two things in the back that threaten Hulu. So I think I'm okay with Coal coming in here. And Horn Leech, does this kill? I think it might do. Ah, almost. Ooh, they catch me with Horsepower. That makes Cole a not very desirable max target now, I'll be honest. I still don't hit max Raikou in the back, honestly. So I think I need to keep that in mind. Or do I just set Volcalith here? Because I could pick up a Dull KO, but that would rely on me double hitting... sorry, rely on me hitting a Zen Headbutt. So I think my best move here is probably actually just a Heat Wave. This also lets me scout for an Ockerberry on a Moongus. Okay. Yeah, I think I just Heat Wave here. Lets me save my max in the back. I'm just going to Zen Headbutt into a Moongus. Oh wait, no, if the Moongus gets hit by Zen Headbutt, then the Heat Wave doesn't matter. Moongus Rage Powders, that's fine, because I'm going for it anyway. Wait, why would you Rage Powder against a Grass type dude that wants to be spamming spread moves? I don't get that. Okay. That doesn't kill. That's so bulky. I'm at +2. Oh, I guess they have Reflect up. Ooh, no Ockerberry on a Moongus either. That's really good info. Okay. So probably lose my Lax here, I would guess. Yeah, Swords Power. Moongus buffed by Hail. Smart's buffed by Hail. Oh my god, the end of this turn is just so long. So we know you have Grimmsnarl on the back. I'm guessing their loss is... Well, no, if they had Arcanine, surely they'd bring it in. They have Dusknoir on the back? If it's Dusknoir, then that's GG's, surely. So if it's Arcanine... I'd rather bring in Raikou to be able to bounce off it, I guess. I guess I could set up Light Screen with this thing and Protect, potentially. And go for, like, Darts next turn. If it's Corviknight, I want Raikou. And if it's Dusknoir, I just kind of don't really care either way. Yeah, I'm going to go Raikou here, I think. I think it's just better into Arcanine and into Corviknight, which are the two things that threaten Boo at the moment. It is Dusknoir. I think that's just game over then, isn't it? Okay. I knew both of those already. I just don't care about Snorlax. I could max Bulu here and just smack the Dusknoir with a great deal of force. Yeah, I really don't hate Volt Switch off Dusknoir and max Grass into Dusknoir. Do I need to max Bulu here? Maybe I don't. Maybe I just stick with Horn Leech. No, I'm gonna Volt Switch off the Dusknoir and make it big. Yeah, Dusknoir probably sets TR here. If this doesn't KO, but I feel like this won't KO. I'll feel like such an idiot if T-Bot would have killed him. Yeah, I don't necessarily know if I needed the Volt Switch there, but it's just nice to not take a high horsepower from Snorlax. Dude, this Bulu set has worked like way better than I expected it to. I guess it helps they didn't bring either of the checks to it. Although that makes sense because I didn't bring it last game. Okay, +2 Overgrowth. We have hope. Pop comes in, obviously. Okay, there's also no point setting up Light Screen now, which is good info. I'm just going to start trying to burn this Dusknoir. It's Overgrowth. Yoink. That's a ton of damage, Jesus. Was that a crit? Or no, that wasn't even a crit. Jesus Christ. Okay, no trick room for you. That's game. Horsepower is going to do like negative damage. My opponent doesn't have a link on here. Hail stops. So Lax will live this turn, but I can just go for darts and Overgrowth here, and that's game. All right, that is a GG's. I don't think it's possible for me to lose this game at this point. I wonder what Grimmsnarl's last move was. I'm kind of intrigued by that. Okay. And yeah, I'll just do this. Let's go. Oops. It'd be very interesting to go back and watch the VOD from... Because I think Gamer was streaming this. I'm interested to go and see what was going on in his perspective on this. Dude, Widow's Dragapult did so much work this game. Actually insane. Starts, yeah. Dead Lax. Only need one. Let's go first 3P. I'm fairly certain this will kill. Like, terrain boosted +2 overgrowth, even with Reflect, I was going to do a lot of damage. Yeah, you're out of there. GG's. GG's. No, that is it. Let me think. I think what there is for, in terms of like analysis of that one. I'm not sure how much there really is to analyse, if we're being honest. Game 1. I think so up in there. What was it? Burn miss, like crit them with a sludge bomb or something. I don't know. There was some weird stuff going on, but I'm very surprised by what they brought game 1. Because if I'd led Pult Cole into Arcanine Corviknight, the game's just over. I guess I could have brought in Dust or like a Mungus, but if I've already got a Mungus set up, I can go for like Darts Rockfall or whatever. Or, well, no, I'd already have had Rockfall up because of. So I'd have gone after Arcanine turn 1, so turn 2 I could have gone for like Darts and Flare into the Corv, potentially. And I think my back end would have just won from there. Well, I guess Flare would have made Urshifu weaker, but whatever. Let's see. I don't think there's really much I could have done better. My opponent did play very passive. Like, maxing Snorlax in front of a Dragapult that you know has Will-O-Wisp is a very bold move. I guess what they were reading there was the Surf Max Volcalith, but yeah, the Quake there is such an obvious play that there's no end falling for that. I'm pretty sure it was Assault Vest Snorlax as well, so there was no need for me to really be that scared of like, because I was mostly scared of like Belly Drum setup with a Mungus, which is part of the reason I put goggles on Dragapult, because if they had Belly Drum Snorlax, I would have needed to burn that. Yeah, Bulu just stopped super well. I'm surprised they didn't bring Corv or Arcanine in that last game, because given that their Amoonguss had Energy Ball, the 4 they brought... I mean, once Snorlax got burned, even Grimmsnarl didn't really have a way through that, and like Dusknoir or Fire Move from Dusknoir's not doing much against a bulk up Bulu. Yeah, the one thing I was worried about was Arcanine. If they had Arcanine in the back, what I could have done is I could have gone for like Light Screen. I could have Volt Switched and protected, and then gone for Light Screen and Max Psychic into Arcanine, I guess. Yeah, I think the team I brought was good. I think I covered most options. There are a couple of interesting techs on my opponent's team. I'd like to. I guess the Arcanine set was probably what Scorching Sand, Snarl, and then like there'd be Fire Stab on there somewhere. And actually, I wonder why they were pressing Scorching Sand so much in game 1. So, like, fishing for a burn on Slowking doesn't really achieve anything. Maybe they were trying to bait a switch into like Urshifu and burn it. Yeah, it was probably what Scorching Sand, Snarl, Fire Move, Protect, I'd guess. Dusknoir, yeah, no Will-O-Wisp on Dusknoir was also a bit of a relief for me. That was another one of the things I was scared of. Amoonguss could have been Ockerberry. We never. Oh no, we didn't. It wasn't Ockerberry. I wonder if the item wasn't Amoonguss then. Because if not Ockerberry, yeah, if it's not Ockerberry Amoonguss, they just have nothing to deal with Pult Cole. Apart from like AV lags, but as we saw, that doesn't actually go that well for my opponent. Yeah, weird. Oh, GG's. It was an interesting game regardless. So that is right. 2-1 first week, 2-0 this week. So by extension, next week it will be 2 to -1 in my favour. I don't know if I'm playing next week, but I will. Yeah, I will be back next week with the next edition of this. Till then, yeah, like I said, make sure you check out SierraDawn's Twitch and YouTube. They'll be in the description along with my socials. You should also drop a sub here if you've enjoyed this content, if you want to keep up with the draft leagues or my battle videos or whatever. And yeah, that's all for me this time. I will see you next time. Bye bye.